Hi, Joe Smiles here. Welcome to part 2 of the Zoe diet. Is it the biggest current fad diet scam at the moment? Okay, so part 2 we're going to look at blood glucose. In part 1 we looked at poo sampling and gut microbiome and how to really lose fat for life. In this part 2 we're going to look at continuous blood glucose monitoring and how they're scaring people, giving them false impressions about their blood glucose, body dysmorphia and hypochondria. And click the video here or in the description and you'll see the part 1 link of part 1 of this. Continuous blood glucose monitoring patches, they only last about 5 days. They're very expensive and you have to keep replacing them. The bottom line is they don't tell you if you've got diabetes. They're a complete waste of time and money. The things are giving you blood and body dysmorphia, and they're turning people into hypochondriacs and making them worried about eating certain foods, and certain doctors are getting worried about that this is becoming a global trend at the moment. It's completely normal for your blood glucose levels to be ebbing and flowing throughout the day, and when you eat certain foods like protein and carbohydrate, your blood glucose will go up and it will go down, and sometimes it goes a little bit higher than normal, but it'll go back into the normal zone, and that's all completely normal. So let's look at study 3, a couple of studies. 2019 shows in 153 participants, their average glucose levels when they had continuous blood glucose monitors on was 70 to 140 milligrams per deciliter, or 3.9 to 7.8 millimoles per litre, which means that 96% of the participants had blood glucose levels within normal ranges. Means that in the vast majority of people, when they're wearing the blood glucose monitor, it really doesn't show anything whatsoever. They're a waste of time and money, very expensive. But don't take my word for it. Let's have a look at this piece on the BBC News, where doctors are starting to worry about this ridiculous trend. In fact, one professor said that if you haven't got diabetes, and I agree with him, then blood glucose continuous monitoring patches are a complete waste of time and they have no proven evidence base to them. And a woman called Dr. Guess from Oxford University says she's concerned about seeing patients who use Zoe's products and who are cutting out healthy foods because they're being told that their blood glucose goes up, and this is a total normal response, and I totally agree with her. This can lead to health problems, body dysmorphia, eating disorders, and it can make people avoid healthy carbs and fiber. And the next time that they get an exaggerated glucose response, because they actually haven't been eating any carbs that increase your blood glucose levels within normal range, the body basically freaks out and it can overcompensate, and it just puts you down a mental rabbit hole that you don't want to go to. Dr. Guess from Oxford University and I personally, we both believe that microbiome testing and continuous blood glucose monitors are scientifically unproven, and they're just sciencey sounding words for tricking people into eating more fruit and vegetables, because at the end of the day, that's what you need to do. Okay, so I've done a checklist. What you need to know if you think you've got diabetes or not. Not having a blood glucose monitor doesn't help. Okay, so medical tests, this is what you need to know if you are at risk of diabetes type 2. Okay, number 1, your age. So the older you get, the higher the increase in chances you get it. 2, body weight. The fatter you get, the higher the chances of you getting diabetes. Number 3, hereditary. So is it in your family? If it's so, you've got a higher chance of getting it at a lower body fat level than a normal person who hasn't got it in the family. 4, no physical activity or hardly low physical activity. Number 5, you have little muscle mass on your body. Number 6, if you start getting thirsty, frequent urination, sores on your body that don't heal properly, fatigue, blurry vision, slow wound healing. These are signs of getting hyperglycemia, so high blood glucose levels. Number 7, getting shakes, getting dizzy, confusion, irritability, weakness. This is signs of hypoglycemia, so getting low blood sugar levels. So your body can't monitor the amount of the insulin doesn't work from the pancreas, and it doesn't monitor your blood glucose levels. That's why you get hypo and hyperglycemia. Number 8, a hemoglobin A1C test. This is a blood test that tests your glycated hemoglobin, so the amount of glucose that sticks to your hemoglobin over 2 to 3 months, and the score for that is 6.5 or higher, and this is indicative of diabetes. And number 9, a fasted blood glucose test. So you fast overnight and then you have it in the morning, And for the Americans, the blood glucose level, 126 milligrams per deciliter. For the people in the UK, it's 7 millimoles per litre. If it's higher than this, on 2 separate occasions, you've got type 2 diabetes. So there's no scientific claims that what Zoe are testing for, so gut microbiome, stool tests and continuous blood glucose levels, has any scientific evidence. So you've got to question, why are they collecting all your medical details and records? It's all your personal information that you're giving away. There's no scientific input behind it. Also, I'll let you ponder that one. It's not for me. I'm certainly not doing it. Remember, you've got to focus on changing your lifestyle, not changing your diet plans or wearing continuous blood glucose monitors or worrying about what your blood glucose levels are doing or what's in your stool. So thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe, please like the video, please make comments, please ask questions, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Cheers. Joe.